Final score 27-22. Here's Aaron Rodgers after the game.
What does it mean to get a win like this after the week that you guys have had and the week that kind of Mike Tomlin has had too?
Means maybe you guys will shut the hell up for a week.
You know, we knew what was on the line today, and that's why you go do business with a guy like Aaron for thick days like today. He's a been there, done that guy. But beyond the experience component of it, he relishes it. You can just tell. And that's the benefit of having a guy like AR. I got to give them credit. We weren't able to get it going the way that we desired. And then certainly as attrition set in, we weren't able to maintain their run. And that's what made the game as tight as it was.
Yeah, I mean, some games you feel better than others. I was just telling the linemen, you'll understand this when you're 40. You know, some days you feel better than others. Wake up and there's no specific reason why, you know. Just thinking like, what did I do last night? Did I sleep wrong or whatever? But some days you feel great. Other days you feel maybe just good. Today I felt great, maybe because it got such a beautiful grass field. But I felt good moving around there.
How would you just kind of describe your level of frustration at this point?
Through the roof. We shouldn't. I feel like Thanksgiving game, we shouldn't have lost that game. You know, it was turnovers, unfortunately. But this one here is like, I don't know what happened.
I'm in my 40s, I can say this. People in their 40s love talking about their ailments. It's like a thing.
It gets worse.
Yeah.
It gets worse.
The Steelers' win is huge for their playoff hopes. They take control of the AFC North while the Ravens lose much of the momentum they've built over the last month. These two will play again in the final week of the season. So a massive win for the Steelers, coach. They could have been in the 30s in terms of playoff probability with a loss. Now they're at 68%. So what kind of response is this by the Steelers, a team that was under fire just last week?
Well, when you think about it, this is why you bring in Aaron Rodgers, right? And this is why the Steelers said, we're going to rent Aaron Rodgers for a year. Aaron Rodgers said, this is a good match for me. I want to go to a team that obviously is always seeking playoff competition. He goes to the Steelers, and now all of a sudden toward the end of the season, Aaron Rodgers in big games performs well. He's played in a lot of games like this. And gets this too. He also played in Green Bay at one time. He's used to these elements. So you got a quarterback with a head coach that's been there 19 seasons, that's won a lot of football games, and they have Aaron Rodgers. It's a great match for both of them. And you can tell in the press conference, they both kind of message each other. They understand, Aaron Rodgers, you're here to win games like this for us.
His first rushing touchdown in 3 years. How about that? So good for the Steelers to get that win, take some of the heat off of that whole organization. You go over to the Ravens side of things. I watch Lamar Jackson, and I'm like, where is the guy that was so explosive in the running game? He doesn't seem quite. What do you see with Lamar Jackson right now?
I don't know if he's well or not. You're right. Generally, when Lamar's playing football, he jumps out on the screen on you because he's so explosive, whether throwing the ball or running the ball. This is a team right now that's just, earlier in the season, their defense was struggling. And now their defense kind of got together, but now their offense is clunky. It doesn't look right for some reason. And look, they're still in this. But they got to win out. Right now it's Pittsburgh's division to lose. Cincinnati was trying to get in it, but Cincinnati loses, so now they're out of it.
Yeah, spoiler alert, because I got that highlight next.
But, do you? Okay.
Yeah, but I will say this about the Ravens. You said they got to win out. Hey, they have a game the final week of the season against the Steelers in Pittsburgh. They could even this thing right back up again.
But they're hoping Pittsburgh loses. Pittsburgh needs to just keep winning. If they keep winning, they win the division.
Steelers have the Lions coming up and a few other games, so we'll see how that plays out. All right, Bills hold on to win it. Let's hear from Josh Allen.
Oh, boy.
It comes down to guys executing and making plays, and sometimes you gotta play bigger for other people. And you saw that tonight on those back-to-back plays with Christian Benford and Big Phil tipping one up. And again, finding ways to get in the end zone. All we had to do is score one more point than them. It didn't matter how we did it. Didn't matter how good or bad it looked. We just got to continue to find ways to win football games. We stress with this team all the time is we don't blink, we don't panic. Doesn't matter if our defense is playing outstanding, we're not playing great, and vice versa for our offense. We have supreme trust in each other that we're going to figure it out. We're going to play for each other, and that's all we try to do is just not ride the wave, stay as calm as possible, and find a way to figure it out.
Yeah, we know what we can be. We know what we can do, when we execute. And we were able to execute today for the most part, and we just got to do more. Yeah, obviously we're not where we want to be as a team or organization. 4-9 is not good. But we got 4 games to go and show high-level execution, high-level playmaking. I'm going to relish the opportunity to go out and play with these guys and continue to try to put on a show for everybody watching. I hope that that comes across, and I hope that I know I'm going to continue to work hard to put myself in a good position to make plays.
Devastating loss to the Bengals. It looks like a completely different team with Joe Burrow at the helm. Meanwhile, it took a Herculean effort from Josh Allen to get the win. His 7th career game with 3 passing touchdowns, a rushing touchdown, and 0 picks. That ties Tom Brady for the most in NFL history. It's Buffalo's second 10-point fourth quarter comeback of the season. So Josh Allen doing it with his legs. He had the long touchdown run, and then he had the huge pickup on that 3rd and 15, which wrapped up this game. It almost seems, we've seen it so many times, that Josh Allen just seems to will his team to victory. He just sort of decides, okay, I'm gonna have to get this done, and here it goes.
You're correct, and they're chasing the Patriots. They won't catch the Patriots. The Patriots will win this division. They're hoping
they got the Patriots next week.
Yeah, but they're not going to catch them. They're just not. I mean, the Patriots are playing solid football. They're a playoff team, obviously. When you watch Josh Allen play, you're right. It's just you marvel at his ability to do things, whether he runs the ball, he throws the ball. He's just a guy that puts this whole team on his back, but he needs help. I've said this numerous times. When the offense of the Buffalo Bills break the huddle and they line up, if you're a defensive player, you go, we got to stop 2 people, quarterback and the runner. Mm-hmm. That's what you got to stop.
Yeah.
They need to get more weapons. Defensively, they can't slow anybody down. That's the problem. Yeah. Josh Allen has to be in the game, they got to score at least 28, 30 points to stay in the game.
I thought the run defense was better for the Bills the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, okay. But at the end of the day, when you watch him play, the same thing keeps adding up. Josh Allen has to put the cape on and do what he did today to stay competitive. Right. But it's almost not fair to him. Football's called a team. He can't do everything.
Now, Josh Allen, to the point about putting on the cape and being Superman, he also had two of those 3 touchdowns were on 4th down. First time he's done that in a game in his career. And it was a comeback. They were down 10 with 8 and change to go in the 4th quarter, and the Bills get it done. So let's talk about the Bengals side of it. Obviously, the whole season for Cincinnati is a big what if. What if Joe Burrow was healthy for the whole year? He had, great starts in limited amount this season coming into this game. But what does this loss say about the Bengals?
Well, first of all, Joe Burrow has to stay healthy. And he's another guy. When you look at this Cincinnati defense, it's not like, oh boy, they're the monsters of Green Bay or something like that, right? The monsters of the Midway, like the Chicago Bears used to be. So they got to score points too. Joe Burrow has been in and out of the huddle. In fact, he's not always been available, but this team can score. They've always been able to score. They have a talented offense. Can they fix the defense? They got to fix it. Guys, eventually you have to stop people. You have to eventually stop people. In football, period. You can't, it's not 7-on-7. You have to stop people. And when you can't get stops, your offense is always in the mode of, I got to score. They don't score enough points to say, well, we don't score 30 today, we can't win. It's hard to play football that way.
Here's Lindsay Theory with Christian Watson.
Christian, let's start off that final series. What did you see from Keyshawn Nixon coming down with that interception?
It's big time. I mean, we needed to make a play right there to end the game, and a playmaker made a play. That's exactly what we needed, man. Props to Key, and he called game.
Jordan said the cold could affect you guys in the passing game, but it didn't seem to have much effect on your connection with him.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely cold. I was definitely feeling it, but, I mean, once you're out there and you're running routes, I mean, that's the last thing you're worried about. We're just going out there and playing ball.
4 straight for you guys, including 3 against division opponents. What did you learn about this team in this streak?
We just got to keep on going. We got to continue to stack games. I mean, we're playing really good opponents, so, props to them. But, I mean, we know what we're capable of. We just got to continue to get better each and every week.
And, Christian, what does it mean to defeat your rival here tonight?
It means everything. It means everything. I mean, this was definitely, it definitely had a different energy to it, a different vibe to it. We knew it was at stake, and we got the job done.
It's a very big win. Obviously, just to where we're at in the NFC North and the division that we have, and I think we got some really good teams in this division, and obviously the Bears were on top. So we knew what it was coming into it, and it's a huge win. And obviously, we'll be seeing these guys again here in a couple weeks.
So what do you think of being in first place? We're getting pretty deep into the season now. What's that mean to you?
Yeah, it's huge. Obviously, we still got a couple weeks left here, but it's all about finishing there. You know what I mean? We're here. We've been here before, but we've got to finish it. So it doesn't really mean anything right now. But like I said, tonight was a huge win and going in the right direction going forward. But like I said, we still got a couple more weeks left here, so we just got to keep stacking.
The touchdown to Watson. Did you change the play there? They were in single high, right? Did you see something? Was that a can? What happened there?
Yeah, they went all out on that one. So they went all out pressure. And yeah, we just changed the route with Christian, and he did a great job just kind of creating that separation and being able to go win across the field and just beat the guy with speed.
Jordan, on the deep ball to Bo, is he your first read on that, or is he furthering the progression, or how did that one go?
No, in that progression, he's alert. The big alert over the top, and obviously it just depends on what kind of coverage they're giving us. And when I got to my drop, I felt like they just dropped him, and it's a perfect kind of route for the coverage that they're giving us. And obviously, Bo is another fast guy right there, and put it out there for him. Left it a little bit short, but I think Bo just being able to focus and concentrate. With Brisker being able to, he almost got a hand on that one, but for Bo to be able to concentrate on that and finish it with a touchdown was huge.
What you guys wanted to do?
It didn't affect us. It's something that it's tough. It's tough playing in the cold, and it's not fun. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. You got to embrace it and find ways to go out there and be your best, regardless of the circumstances. But no, we know what it is here in December. This is Green Bay football, and obviously, we just got to deal with it and find ways to go out there and win.
Despite the loss, the Bears are still in a promising 9-4 position on the season. However, they've actually been outscored by their opponents on the year. It's tied for the third worst by any team with at least 9 wins through 13 games in the Super Bowl era. So those are two very conflicting stats, Coach. 9-4, and you see the third worst by a team, -1 points differential. Now, their last 3 weeks of the season, they get the Packers again, they're hosting them, the 49ers, and the Lions.
3
But they're
playoff
9-4.
teams. Yeah,
so
3 playoff teams.
Where are you with the Bears as we approach the end of the season?
Well, I think the Bears, what they need to realize is they've accomplished a lot this season, and all they got to do is win one more game. They win one more game, they're getting in. This was a tough loss for them. The last play that was called, I'm not trying to, say if I was a coach, I'd have done this. But the decisions you have to make is this. When you're in a situation like that, do you put the ball in your quarterback's hand to allow him to maybe make a throw, or do you trust your offensive lineman to say, we got to make a yard, guys. We need to make a yard. We need to make 1 yard. Can you knock these guys off the ball? I'm old school. I'm putting it on the offensive lineman. Knock these guys off the ball, make yard. And I understand the play before that, they didn't make it. I'm giving them another chance. Knock them off the ball. We got to make a yard to get a first down so we can keep this drive alive. So how you choose to do it, that's coaching. Coach has done a marvelous job with Caleb Williams. This guy has changed his whole career. The Bears are very competitive. They got a chance to get in the playoffs. No one imagined at this point in time of the season that the Bears would even be in it. They thought this was Green Bay and Detroit's division. Now, all of a sudden, the Bears have showed up, along with the Minnesota Vikings.
I tell you what, I love this Caleb Williams. You cannot sack him. He wriggles out of sacks. He picks up first downs, different arm slots.
Yes.
He's doing everything right now. He had another really good game, new on SportsCenter. Let's hear from the Bears quarterback after the loss.
What's up, everybody?
Just walk us through the final pass, kind of what your eyes are seeing in your decision-making process.
Yeah, we had about 2 or 3 guys in front of, either stacking Swift or, excuse me, stacking Swift or right there with Swift. And so, rolled out and saw Cole and tried to give him a big boy ball, try and let him go up for it because I ended up seeing 25 starting to sprint. And so tried to slow him up and, kind of give him a chance in those moments. It's, got to have it moment. And they had a guy trailing me. And so didn't feel that I could go get it myself. And so just got to give Cole a better shot at it. I think, next time just extend him a little bit more and kind of lead him. But in those moments you want to put the ball in play and trust your guy or, try to have your guy go make a play and just got to give him a better ball.
Have you had a chance to rewatch it yet?
No, haven't watched it yet.
What's the feeling in the locker room after coming so
Yeah. Yeah, it's frustration. Just because we shot ourselves in the foot. I think more than anything, and so I think that's where the frustration comes from. We had a great shot early in the game with the interception. Defense doing a good job, and then we kind of let them get going, and they put up some points on the board, and we had to try and rally it. And it's not always going to work in our favor. And we work our tail off to try and not have these situations. But when the situations do come, we gotta try and go make plays and try and come back and make the right plays to seal the win. Yeah, I think it's mindset, and then I think it's just execution. Small details. It's something that we spoke about that they weren't necessarily confusing us or doing anything too out of the ordinary. It's a good D coordinator, and they've been a good defense throughout this year. But and kudos to them for making the plays when needed, definitely at the end of the game. So but I think it was more of us shooting ourselves in the foot and not making the plays and the small details. And like I said, that's something that we spoke about in the locker room before we came back out. Is focus on the small details, doing our job, execution, and then we're able to start getting on the same plays. And then I think we had a couple good plays that made a spark for us, and we started to get going. Yeah, I think that kind of what I just said. It's just we needed a spark, and we ended up having a spark with one of the passes, or we came out, run the ball well, and things like that. So I think it created a good momentum for us, and like I said, we were executing the small details.
45-17 your final. Matthew Stafford, new on SportsCenter at the podium.
Yeah, we should have had a fifth. I should have hit Tay on that fade too. So want that one back bad. He crushed him. But no, it was good. I mean, I think when we're at our best, we're kind of dictating the terms and spreading the ball around. I thought we had a great plan coming into the day. Obviously executed it really well in and out of the huddle. Great communication. And then our guys up front, I mean, they own the line of scrimmage. And when you do that, we got skill guys that are going to make people pay. And just proud and happy for those guys up front for the way they played.
How do you see it helping to have the 1-2 running back punch that you have?
Well, I think both those guys can do everything we ask, and that's the coolest part is, whoever's in the game, and Ronnie really ran it great at the end of the game too. I got total trust and confidence in all those three guys to run any play we have in our offense. There's no, hey, this guy's in, we got to do this, that guy's in, we got to do that. No, we just call our offense, and then both those guys, feed off of each other. I mean, they have their unique styles of how they run, but both of them are, playing at a great clip and obviously had big days today.
Were you aware Sean was not feeling well, and
oh, yeah.
How did that impact his ability, if at all, to communicate with you?
No, it was, I think it was a great collaboration on the offensive side of the ball. He wasn't feeling well the last couple of days, and I'm just proud of the way we all kind of came together and attacked this week. I thought Mike did a hell of a job. Really, everybody that was involved did a hell of a job. You score as many points and play like we did on offense today. That takes everybody. And it was cool with our head guy down just a little bit, watching everybody kind of rally and do their part and do it a little bit better. And the results were good.
You and Puka got into an early rhythm today. Just what kind of led to that connection clicking as well as it did?
I think just opportunities. He had opportunities, and I tried to put the ball in a good place, and he made some great plays like he always does. So I got total trust in everybody. I mean, Puka did that today. It could be anybody the next day, and that's the fun part about playing in this offense is, wherever the coverage tells me to go with the football, I'm going to try and go there with it. And just missed on a couple with Tay today. Had some big ones to the tight ends. They were great in the keeper game too. So I don't know. Puka's, a hell of a football player, a great player for our team. We're happy that he's with us, and he showed it again today.
We're playing the Jags down in Jacksonville. Really tough situation here. Daniel Jones, the non-contact. They later learned it's an Achilles injury, so just a cruel blow to Daniel Jones, to the Colts as a team. Really hard to watch after the great start that they got off to. Here's Shane Steichen and the impact that Jones has on the team.
Yeah, it's obviously a tough situation to be in when your starting quarterback goes down with an Achilles. I thought the guys did a good job in the locker room, though, rallying around Riley going into the second half. But anytime you lose a guy that puts in so much work and so much effort and is always there for his team and is showing up with a fibula injury and goes out there and freaking plays. Just so much respect for him. Just so much respect.
Jags take over first in the AFC South, 4th straight win. Have a listen.
Huge game. I mean, this part in the season where we're at, you know, all these games are big down the stretch, especially in our division when there's a bunch of good teams and everyone's, you know, fighting for that playoff spot, and we all know what it is, and it's all on the line every week. So I love the way our team responded, just found a way to get it done regardless of the circumstances. It doesn't matter if it rains. They're playing in it too. So I love the way we fight and we're coming together at the right time.
Yeah, I think our guys, you know, took control of the moment, I guess you could say, in terms of understanding that, yeah, this was a big game in a lot of ways, and I think our guys have responded in so many ways in these big games, right? You look at, obviously, Kansas City, San Francisco, some of those moments where, you know, I think they ultimately always kind of feel disrespected, and that's something that continues to feed our team.
We got to catch ourselves. You got to find some way, somehow, to catch yourself. You're going into a free fall, whatever it takes, individually and collectively, to put your foot down to say, hey, hope, I need something to stand on. Like, we're not going to continue to let this, you know, snowball, as you put it.
Unfortunately, it is snowballing right now for the Colts. Take a look at this. Since the playoff expanded to 12 teams in 1990, there have been 129 teams to start a season 8-2 or better. Only 2 have missed the postseason. The Colts started 8-2. They've dropped 3 straight. That leaves their playoff chances just barely above 50%. And now they're down to their rookie quarterback. He's not a rookie first rounder. This is Riley Leonard, who was drafted in the 6th round. So they hand the keys to him. We don't know the severity of the injury to Daniel Jones, but it sure doesn't look good. It doesn't sound good. What chance do you give the Colts of getting in?
It's going to be very difficult, no doubt about it. You lose your quarterback, and the way he has been playing, you got to lean on the runner, but everybody knows that. They're going to make whoever plays quarterback for the Colts going forward, they're going to put the pressure on that quarterback to beat him. They're not going to let the runner beat him. And it's a shame because this is a team that no one anticipated the Colts to be here this season, right? I mean, the Jaguars, we felt like, the Texans, okay, and maybe the Colts, but they were playing outstanding. And for the guy to go down like this, it's just, how will the team react now? You know, we'll find out next week how they play.
Yeah.
How will they deal with this, right?
They got the Seahawks,
Yeah.
the 49ers, the Jaguars again.
Ow.
The Texans.
It's hard.
Coming up.
That's a brutal.
5th hardest strength of schedule. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
boy.
tough. That's
Dang.
a gauntlet. Meanwhile, for the Jags, though, big win. They've now won 11 straight at home against the Colts. Trevor Lawrence is humming. What did you like about the Jags' performance?
Well, you know, when Trevor Lawrence came in the league, there were high expectations for this guy and this football team. At times, he hasn't met those. This would be a good time to do it now. You have a chance to win this division. Houston is chasing you, but the Colts are wounded right now. Can Trevor Lawrence and this team just win out? Just win the division now. It's your division. In my opinion, it's their division to lose. And Trevor Lawrence has a lot to do with it because he plays with the ball. At the end of the day, they always look at quarterbacks. He has a chance to win this division.
Tip of that cap to Liam Coen.
Yes.
Who's done a really nice job. First year there as the head coach. And
Yes.
the team we tend to think of the Jags as kind of folding late in the season. They're actually accelerating and playing better football right now.
Some might consider this to be folding. The New Orleans Saints are 2-10.